Good morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you're watching this. I just honor you for taking the time to step away from the busyness of the world and just find some time to connect with yourself and with God and just being present in this moment. So I invite you to get comfortable in the chair, on the floor, wherever you're sitting, and just make sure that you're comfortable, kind of settled in. And then just close or lower your eyes as we drop in to our time together today. And we are going to start with 3 cleansing breaths to just bring ourselves to this moment. So starting from empty, breathing in, and out. Breathing in, holding it a bit, and then releasing. This last time, breathing in and pausing, and then releasing. Ooh. Just allow your breath to return to whatever natural rhythm is right for it. And don't, without judgment, without trying, just relax into your own breath. And begin to notice your body and how it's feeling in this moment. Maybe how it's being supported by the chair or the floor. The feel of your clothes upon your arms or your legs. Notice if there's any places that are feeling a bit of tension. And if they are, just maybe move them, tap on them. Just kind of bring some life, some little extra attention to those places that maybe have a little bit of tension or tightness. I don't know about you, but what I have found for me these last few weeks is there's been a lot that's been happening on a national, global level that when I think about it, feels really overwhelming. And I feel really small in the midst of these really big things happening and sometimes don't know what to do. I've been very grateful for being able to watch and to know that there are things happening in Portland, like the Ministers' March that happened on Monday, where there is something that we can do in the face of hatred, in the face of injustice. And then I see the pictures of Texas and what's happening in Houston. And my heart just gets tight. I feel so much sorrow and pain for what those people are going through. And people in Brookings with the fires, the things that happened in Barcelona, I mean, just all over the world. And I'm sure that there are some of you out there that there are things happening in your life that feel really big, and you may not know yet what is yours to do, and you may not know even what to do. And so today, we're just going to take a few moments to really connect with God and then send love to whatever place is most on your heart. So just take a few moments to feel what's alive in you. What has God put on your heart? Is it what's happening in Houston? Is it what's happening in Brookings? Is it what is happening with a mother, a father, a mother-in-law, father-in-law, grandparent, child, Is it what's happened in Charlottesville and what's now happening in the nation as a result of that? I mean, whatever it is that God has laid on your heart most heavy in this moment is what I'd like you to draw your attention to. And for those of you that are going, but it's all important, if you could pick one, we're just going to focus on one thing, the one thing that you feel right now is heaviest on your heart. And take a big breath. And like the beautiful trees all around us that God has given us, we too can be rooted in God's love. We too can have roots that go deep, deep into the foundation of our faith, deep into the soil of our faith, deep into the love of God, and that part of us that really knows and understands that God loves us, that God's presence is all around us, in God's creation around us and in the people around us. So in whatever way works for you, just take a moment to feel that. For me, it helps to imagine myself as a tree, firmly rooted with branches growing up and touching the sky, and knowing that God's above me and below me, before me and behind me, all around me and inside. That Celtic blessing helps me to know that God is present with me. So in whatever way works for you to feel that God is present with you, find that place right now. Now, I'd like you to focus on your heart. Just imagine, I find it easiest when I think of someone that I really love and care about. So on one hand, you're kind of holding this thing that is weighing heavy on you. And in this moment, hold that person that you really love and care about and see them in your mind's eye. And just imagine with every exhale that you are sending them love, that God's love is flowing through you, and that you're the channel, the conduit for God's love. And allow that love to come through you and to that person. And it might be a favorite animal or pet too. Just feel the love flow through you. You want it to be someone where it's easy for you to feel the love, so that in every exhale, you're just sending them more love and you're just feeling God's love flow through you and go to that person or pet. On your next inhalation, imagine that love coming back to you. That as you breathe out God's love to this person, you're feeling it come back to you, filling you up. Then you breathe it out and breathe it in again. And breathe it out and breathe it in again. And when you feel like that is moving smoothly for you, that you can feel yourself even become more expansive, you can feel that channel within you allowing more of God's love to flow through you, then take that heavy thing and put it right next to that person you've been sending love to, and allow that love to expand to whatever it is that's weighing on your heart. For me, it's the people in Houston right now. And so I just see that love every time I breathe out God's love, not only to the person I love, but expanding to Houston, so that as I continue to do this practice of breathing out God's love, that it is enfolding the people of Houston, that it becomes a prayer that God's love enfold the people who are going through such a hard time, that they may feel God's presence, God's love for them, that they may know they are not alone, that they will have the courage that they need, that they will have the wisdom they need in each moment to make the decisions that need to get made, that the leaders who are helping to manage this will make wise, courageous, brave, compassionate decisions that are for the highest and best of everyone. And that everyone experiencing this loss will find some kind of comfort, whether it's the smile of a stranger, whether it's the community coming together, whether it's the smile of a Red Cross worker, whatever it is, that the people going through this will feel God's love. And as a community, when we send love to this thing that is weighing on us, God's love is expansive. God's love can go the distance. God's love can bridge between here in Houston, here in Charlottesville, here in Portland, here and a family member. Whatever is weighing on your heart. So just take a minute to just continue to send love, to imagine in your mind's eye God's love expanding and enfolding, protecting, and moving through you to them, to that situation, bringing peace and love and understanding that only God can. And as God's hands and feet and the conduit for that, sometimes this is what we can do, is add love and light to what is happening. So breathe in and just continue to breathe out, being that conduit for God's love. And as you breathe in, continue to allow God's love to feel that love coming back to you, that expansiveness coming back to you. Because the truth is, God is in the midst of this. We may not understand. This is that mystery, but God's got this. And when we can be those conduits for love, when we can be a channel for love, a channel for peace, and do that in the midst of the not knowing what to do, then often the impulse of what is ours to do will rise up. And in the meantime, who couldn't use more love? So I invite you to just take a moment and send one more time, continue to send love. Bring it back to yourself. Put your right hand over your heart and then your left hand and lock this feeling in. This feeling of God's love flowing through you with the knowing and understanding that it never stops, that in each and every moment you can feel God's love flowing through you. In each and every moment. And you have access to this all day, all week. So that at any moment when things feel overwhelming, when things seem hard, when your heart feels heavy, you can send love. You can open up and allow God's love to flow through you. So that you are open to God's Spirit and God's messages for you. Have a blessed week. And thank you for joining me.